Hi everybody, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct and welcome to our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to give you an in-depth review of the Golden Technologies Buzzaround LX three-wheel mobility scooter. Now before I get started with this video, I just want to mention two quick things. Number one, if you want a copy of our free product catalog, just go to our website, mobilitydirect.com, click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog, fill out the simple short form, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. I also want to say that if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you're automatically entered into our monthly giveaway raffle. That's right, we give away a free powered mobility product once a month. All you need to do to enter is subscribe to our YouTube channel. So if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. You could be the next lucky winner. So with that being said, I'm going to dive right into it. Again, we have the Golden Buzzaround LX three-wheel scooter known as GB119. That's the model number. Again, it's made by Golden Technologies. They're a really well-known manufacturing company that provides really excellent warranties. You get a lifetime limited warranty on the frame, 2 years on the electronics and the drivetrain, and a 1-year warranty on the batteries. Now this scooter is one of the only scooters that'll come apart and hold up to 375 pounds. So we're going to show you how to take it apart. I'm going to go over a few of the specs as we walk around and give you some up-close shots of the scooter. It has a maximum speed of 5 miles per hour. Again, it can hold 375 pounds. It can travel up to 18 miles. It has a 4-inch ground clearance, which is the space from the bottom of the deck to the floor, which means you can go on grass. It's going to handle very well. You can get it in a 4-wheel version, and the 4-wheel version will probably handle a little bit better, but the 3-wheel version has a really good turning radius. The turning radius on the 3-wheel is 40.5 inches, which is basically the amount of required space needed to do a U-turn. The 4-wheel version has a 54-inch turning radius. So comparing that to the 40.5-inch turning radius on the 3-wheel, if you're in a compact space and you're going to be using it indoor, the 3-wheel version might be better. They both have a 375-pound weight capacity, but the turning ability is much better on this model. And I'm going to go into the dimensions. It's got a 45-inch overall length and a 22-inch overall width, which makes it very capable of going through any doorway. It's going to fit on most platform lifts that attach to the back of your vehicle if you need one of those platform lifts, but again, it does come apart easily, and we're going to show you how that works. Now, the weight of this unit fully assembled is pretty heavy. It's 168 pounds. This full captain seat is going to weigh more than the traditional smaller seats that you see on most of the scooters behind me. And the weight of the heaviest piece is going to be 50 pounds, and that's the front half. Now, the tires are 9 inches on the front and the rear. It has full suspension, and those tires, by the way, are flat free. They're not air inflatable tires. The seat is 17 inches wide, 16 inches deep, and the backrest of the seat is 17 inches, not including the headrest. With the headrest, it's going to give you anywhere from 23 to 26 inches because the headrest is height adjustable. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the specifications here and go through the scooter and tell you how it works, go over all the goodies here, starting with the tiller assembly, also known as the steering assembly or the handlebar assembly. It's got a wraparound delta tiller, and all you have to do is turn the key to the right slightly. It's going to power it up, and you're going to see the battery indicator lights all turn on. It's fully charged right now, and as it starts to discharge as you use it, the green lights are going to turn off one at a time. Eventually the yellow light will turn off, and you shouldn't really ever allow it to get to the red. I always recommend charging when it's about halfway drained to get the longest life out of your battery. Now, just underneath the battery meter, you've got a speed control knob which limits the top speed. I recommend starting it out on the slowest setting, so go counterclockwise towards the tortoise, and as you get more comfortable with how it works, gradually move that speed control knob towards the hare to get your top speed of 5 miles per hour. So I'm going to demonstrate how the throttle system works. It's got a wig-wag, which is basically a ambidextrous use paddle system for the throttle. If you're right-handed, you use your right hand. You only really need one finger. You pull back, and it's going to go forward on the right. You push forward, and it's going to go back if you use your right hand. Now, you can use both hands if you want. You pull back on the left to go backwards, pull back on the right to go forward. Or if you only want to use your left hand, you can do just single-handed operation with the left, push forward on the left paddle to go forward, pull back on the left paddle to go backwards. I also want to mention that it is throttle sensitive. So if I pull lightly, it's going to go very slow. If I pull all the way, it's going to go full speed. So it's got a throttle sensitive touch response here on each of these paddles. Now underneath the ignition, which by the way is very basic, just turn the key in, give it a slight turn clockwise. That's how you power it on and turn it off. Right underneath that ignition, you've got a horn. Pretty straightforward there. And as we work our way down, it's a couple of different things here. You've got a charging port. It's an XLR charger. That's where you plug your battery charger into. It's just a barrel connector with 3 pins, so line it up with the holes and plug it in. It's a smart charger. It won't overcharge your batteries. It's going to get it all the way charged up, and then the light on the charger will turn green. While it's charging, it's going to be red. So once it's fully charged, you can disconnect the charger. And if you use it every day, I recommend charging it at night. And just above the charging port, you've got the light switch. So as I turn that switch upwards, you're going to notice on the front, the light turns on. So I'm just going to demonstrate, turn it off and on a few times for you. Now, one other thing here before we move too far forward, there is a USB charging port. So if you have a cell phone or a tablet that uses a USB charging cable, you can draw power from the scooter's batteries to charge your cell phone, which is pretty convenient because we all know your phone batteries tend to die at the most inopportune time. Now, moving our way down from the steering column, you've got a front basket which detaches super easily. There's 3 holes on the back of the basket, 3 hooks. Line it up to reattach it, and when you remove it, you literally just pull upwards. It comes right out. That's all there is to it. Now, underneath the basket, I'm going to leave the basket off for now, you've got the light, which is tilt adjustable. So if you want to go ahead and tilt it downwards, tilt it up, you can do that. It's just a nut and a bolt there, so if it does get loose over time, this is an off-road scooter, you might have to tighten that to keep it nice and firm. Underneath the light, you just turn that light off, you've got a tiller lock. This is going to prevent the turning ability, so if you want to lock it into place, you push in slightly and rotate clockwise a quarter of a turn. And I'll show you what that's used for soon. It's when it's being transported in the trunk of the car, you don't want your steering column to swing around. Now, you've got these flat free tires in the front that we talked about with coil-over suspension on the left and the right side. That's on the front and the rear. And again, these are 9-inch tires that are flat free. Don't need to worry about inflating them. Don't have to worry about tires going flat. Now, we have another video that shows you the 4-wheel version of this. On the 4-wheel version, you're going to have less foot space. That's what I really like about the 3-wheel version. Look at all this floor space. Your feet can go on the left and the right side of the middle part of the steering column base down here. Whereas on the 4-wheel versions, kind of like this scooter over here, you're going to have wheel wells. So on the 4-wheel versions, you've got these wheel wells which take up a lot of the space on the floorboard, and it forces you to put your feet up on top of them. So if you have long legs, it can feel like your knees are too high up, which is why I like the 3-wheel version. Depending on your needs, the 3-wheel version might be better for you because, again, look at all this extra floor space you have on the 3-wheel version. When you get on it, your feet can go far up here, and you only really need to have your heels there. You can sprawl your legs out, stretch them out, and you're not going to be feeling like your knees are up high because your feet are sitting up on those wheel wells. That's one thing to consider. Again, with the 3-wheel version, it has a much better turning ability. You can do a turn on a dime. Don't really need a lot of space to do a U-turn. The 4-wheel version's a little bit more stable, especially when you're going off-road, but those are just a few things to consider, and it's great that you have the option to do the 3 or the 4-wheel version. Now, as we move our way back from the floorboard, you're going to see the 2 battery packs. We'll show you how they come apart. I just want to point out there is a circuit breaker reset switch here, which is going to pop out, and you'll just have to push it back in. If it pops out, that's pretty much just cutting the power from the scooter to prevent the motor from overheating or the controller. So if you do go up hills a lot, or you're pushing the weight capacity to the limit, you're overusing the scooter on really rough terrain, it might shut down. And that's a preventative system there to prevent damage to the motor. So just hit that button and see if your scooter restarts if that ever happens. Now, moving our way towards the back. A couple of things here. We have some anti-tip wheels for safety purposes. Don't try and do a wheelie. Don't recommend that at all. But that's what they're basically there for, is to prevent you from tipping back. And it's a safety feature. You can see the springs here on the rear, which is the rear suspension assembly on each side. And you've got a light right there, which I'm going to turn the unit's lights on so you can see. Really nice to illuminate the back end. And I do want to talk about this yellow lever. It may seem insignificant, but it's actually really important that you know what this is used for. When you need to push this scooter manually, let's say the battery dies, you can turn the scooter off first. I'm going to turn the power off. Switch this from the D position, which stands for drive mode, to the N position, which is neutral. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to back the camera up a little bit. If I want to push this scooter right now, it's not going anywhere. It's got automatic brakes, so they're locked in. If your battery dies and you want to push it manually, you can do it, but you've got to put this in the neutral position. So now that it's in the neutral position, you can see I'm pushing the scooter manually. If you try to turn the scooter on while it's in neutral position, or let's say the scooter's on and you forget to turn it off before putting it in neutral, it's going to not work and it's going to beep 5 times. Nothing. I can't use it. And if you look at your user manual, the 5 beeps means that the automatic brake system is not engaged. That's a safety feature. If your batteries run out, think about it. If you're on an incline, a steep hill, and your batteries die, what's going to happen? You're going to roll down that hill uncontrollably. So for that reason, they've put this yellow lever here, and again, it must be in the drive position to use the scooter. Now, working our way up, you can see the rear of the seat here. It's got a cap there, which you can pry off with a flathead screwdriver, and that is where you're going to attach your universal accessories. It's a 1-inch hitch receiver, so you can put oxygen tank holders, walker holders, cane holders, baskets, and all sorts of universal accessories that are offered by Golden Technologies. You also have these thumb screws here, or AKA hand screws, that you can loosen to adjust the width of the armrests. So if you want to make more distance between each armrest and space them out or bring them closer, you just loosen that knob, put it in the desired position, and then retighten. Now, speaking about the seat, there's a few comfort settings that you can work with here. I want to show you first, the armrests flip up. So if you want to flip the armrests up, there's nothing to it. Just lift them straight up. You can also rotate the seat 360 degrees, and it's all done with this lever. So if you lift that lever up, you can rotate the seat, and it's going to lock into position in about 8 different positions. So you can lock it in all the way backwards, all the way to the right, to the left, or of course facing forward. Now when it's facing backwards, what's nice is you can lift the armrests up and get in it a lot easier. You can also go backwards. You can also go backwards and pull the scooter up to a seat, or a table rather, to have dinner or enjoy a meal on a table, and you don't have the handlebars and the steering assembly here. So if you want to back up and reverse to a table where you're eating, it's really convenient. You can do so. And once you're ready to get back on the scooter and go about your way, you can lower the armrests, use the rotation lever, and you're ready to go. Pretty neat. So again, there are a lot of comfort adjustment features, and one other one that we forgot to mention while going over the tiller assembly is I can control the tilting angle of the handlebar, and there's a lever here which I'm using. You got to pull it upwards, and that's how you can bring the handlebar closer to you or pull it further away from you. So I'm going to give you a different angle here as I'm pulling that lever up. If I want to bring the handlebar closer to me, I pull that lever up and then let go, it's locked into position. If I want to bring it away from me, let's say I want to rotate all the way backwards, you might have to bring the handlebar up, and you can rotate all the way 360 degrees. Pretty neat. Now, I do want to show you one other thing here, and that is how to take the scooter apart. Because remember, this scooter is one of the only scooters with a full-size captain seat that comes apart into 6 pieces. So let's get that process started. The basket's already removed. So what I'm going to do next is lower the seat back all the way, just push back. By the way, there is a pouch on the back there, which you can use to store your charger. When you're ready to remove the seat, just place one hand firmly underneath the hitch receiver in the back, your other hand underneath in the front, and pick straight up. Don't tilt in any direction or else it won't come off. Just pull straight up, as straight as you can. And the reason why is because this male connector that falls into that female connector is coated in rubber, so if you're tilting while you try to pull up, it's going to get stuck and it's not going to come out. Now that the seat's off, what I'm going to do is grab one of the 2 battery boxes by the handle and just pull straight up. There's nothing to it. So there we go. You've got 2 12-volt battery boxes there. Each of them contain a 12-volt U1 battery, known as a U1 because it's a 35 amp hour battery. So you've got 2 of them in the case. And the battery boxes weigh 24 pounds each. Now, the next step is going to be to lower the tiller assembly. So I'm going to depress that lever in the front on the right side, bring it all the way down to about here, let go. And now we talked about the steering lock. Right now it's locked, but if it's not locked, that handlebar can swing around violently while you're driving and the scooter's in the trunk of your car. So to prevent that, use this spring-loaded knob in the front, just push forward, give it a quarter of a turn clockwise. Now it's locked. But remember, when you're getting ready to use your scooter, if that's locked, you won't be able to turn the scooter. But for transportation purposes, you want that steering assembly locked in. And you'll notice here on the seat post, there's a nut and a bolt. So if you want to lower or raise the seat height, remove that, and there's several different holes allowing you to adjust the height. When you're getting ready to take apart the base, you can detach the front half from the rear half. I like to grab with one hand here on the seat post, the other hand on the light, which is actually a lever, and pull up on both sides. As you can see, the front half detaches from the rear, and now the scooter is fully disassembled. Now again, fully assembled, it weighs 168 pounds. But when you have it like this, the front half is the heaviest piece, weighing 50 pounds. The rear half weighs 36 pounds. The seat with the armrests included weigh 32 pounds. The battery packs each weigh 24 pounds. Again, 168 pounds, fully assembled. Now, to put it back together, you have to know how the frame works. So the rear half of the frame has 2 red stickers, and it has these U-shaped hooks built into the frame right here that I'm pointing out. These U-shaped hooks are meant to capture the bar on the front half with the red stickers. So you line the red sticker up from the front with the rear, and we're going to show you real quick from 2 different angles. I'm just bringing the stickers close to each other, lining up that bar, and letting it drop into place. We're going to go ahead and do that one more time from a different angle further away. So when you're ready to take it apart, grab by the seat post here, grab the lever with your other hand, pull apart. Now, we're going to show you from a further away angle the process one more time. Line up the red stickers, get that bar over the U-shaped hooks. Falls right into place. Gravity almost pulls it right back together. Very convenient and very easy to use. You might need to do it a few times to get practice, but it's very easy compared to most scooters. At this point, I'm going to use the lever on the right side to bring the handlebar back up. Don't forget, if your steering lock's on, you're not going to be able to turn that wheel. Push in that spring-loaded knob, give it a quarter of a turn counterclockwise. Next, grab one of the 2 battery boxes, put it in. There's nothing really to it. Just make sure they're all the way in. Give it a little wiggle if it doesn't fall into place all the way. Go ahead and do that with the other battery pack. Good to go. Now I'm going to grab the seat. I'm going to tilt it so that I can see the male connector, line it up, and then level out the seat so it falls into position. You'll know it's secured when it's not rotating freely, and then just lift up the seat back and you're good to go. All right, last step is to just reattach that basket, line up the 3 holes with the 3 hooks, and just push straight down, and it's good to go. It's that easy. Now, this is a great scooter if you need something with a high weight capacity that can handle going outdoors. It's going to come with all the bells and whistles, so if you want something more economical that's not going to have all the bells and whistles, we've got the economy lines, the off-road lines, tons of different scooters made by Golden, as you can see behind us. So I encourage you to check them out. We have a whole playlist dedicated to Golden Technology scooters. They're a great brand, great manufacturing company. We love selling their products. They're excellent when it comes to warranty claims and providing parts as well. All right, so that's going to wrap up our in-depth review of the Buzzaround LX 3-wheel. If you want to learn more about this product or any of the other products we carry, please give our non-commissioned sales experts a call. They'd love to hear from you. We'd love to earn your business. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.
Before you go, please don't forget to visit our website, mobilitydirect.com, and click on the green button that says Free Catalog to claim your very own free catalog. Just fill out the short form and it should get to you in about a week or 2 max. I just want to take this time to personally thank each and every one of you for watching this video. We couldn't do it without our subscribers. So if you like our content, please go to YouTube, search for Mobility Direct, and subscribe to our channel. You can enable notifications. That way you'll get notified whenever we release new videos. We're constantly making great videos. We have tons of playlists that range from repair videos, unboxing videos, research and development, and much, much more. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and ask any questions in the comments section below. We love hearing from our audience, whether it's feedback, comments, or suggestions for a new video topic. We love hearing from you. None of this could be done without our loyal audience. We hope to hear from you. Thanks for watching again. Have a great day.